It's Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game, game preview, lineups, the Guess the Score contest, good hockey talk, and more. Get your questions ready with your host, Rick Seligman. Go Habs, go! Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So we got Montreal Canadiens, first game of a road trip, West Coast swing. They're in, let me see what I got here. Winnipeg tonight, Calgary on Thursday, Edmonton on Saturday, and then I believe they're off till the following Wednesday where they're in Vancouver. So that's going to be a late game, 10:30 start. So not my favorite thing to do, but we'll be here. Don't worry. So we got the Winnipeg Jets first game between Montreal and Winnipeg. Also, this is the last team in the NHL that they have not played against yet this season. So there's that. It's also first game since Montreal beat the Jets in a sweep in last season's playoffs in the second round. And also first game for Mark Scheifele against Montreal since that time as well. So Scheifele, who was the guy that injured Evans at the end of game one of that series, and he was suspended for the rest of the series and one game into this season. So we'll see what happens with that. Jake Evans says he's over with it. He's playing again. They won the series. That's the way to get revenge, and he's good with it. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't have my stuff here in front of me. I'm wondering where my paperwork is. I love that. Should be more prepared, eh? So we got that. That's what's involved tonight. And did I find it? I might have found it. I did. Awesome. Say on some more, right? So then we got that. That's what we got tonight. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And I got my preview, the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you could win $10 directly into your bank account. So there's that. Let's get some other stuff from around the league and for the Habs. I was going to do a news video yesterday. I didn't get that done. So I'm going to put some of that stuff in here. And I think that's it. So let's say hi to see who's here. Of the 8 people that are here, we got 6 comments. Let's see. Daryl Adams, 5'3", Montreal. Anderson, first goal. Julie. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Daryl again. Any word on Edmondson back tonight, and any word when Allen will be back? No word on Allen for that yet. Edmondson is on the road trip. He won't be playing tonight, but could be in Calgary on Thursday, and maybe it'll be Edmonton on Saturday. But he's supposed to play one of these games, or should play one of these games on the road trip. So Edmonton will be back soon. Julie's got 2-1. Habs, Anderson. Hey, Troy Evans. Haven't seen in a while. How's it going, buddy? Pierre-Luc. How's it going, Pierre? Pierre-Luc, excuse me. What website showing the game tonight? The usual. Go to Sports Surge, NHL 66. Those are 2 I can tell you. Habs Guru. How's it going, man? 3-1 Habs. Caulfield with the first. Troy's got 5-2. Evans with the first. Eric. Hopefully competitive game tonight. Yeah, I don't see why not. I think of one thing Montreal will be, even in their losses, will still be competitive. I think that part's changed now. And you never know. Listen, Winnipeg is started out the season a lot better than they're doing right now. So Winnipeg, matter of fact, I had Hellebuck in my fantasy pool like all season. I dropped him yesterday, I think it was, or today, because he's been losing a lot lately, and his numbers just aren't good, so I dropped him. And Winnipeg's on the downswing. Montreal they could get their 6th here. Kelly, how's it going, Kelly? Have you heard yet? I don't think I've seen you since you won the hat. So you got to send me you got to send me an email with your address so I can send that to you. So I'm not sure if you knew that you won the hat, but you won the hat. Actually, Bayby won it, but he said if he wins that he's giving it to you. So that's how you won. All right, so you got I'm doing good. I hope you are too. And 3-1 Habs. Anderson. Pierre-Luc's got 3-1 Jets, and he's got Connor. That's no, that's not. It's his first name, isn't it? Connor or no, Kyle Connor. I'm sorry, you're right. Oh, I wasn't sure if you had been in one of them or not, but yeah, you won. So you got to send me an email with your address so I can send it to you. And yep, you on the hat. And yeah, thank Baybike because he won. Yeah, okay, she did. Okay, good. And yeah, he gave it to you. 4-3 Habs. Eric says 4-3 Habs Anderson. Andre, how's it going, man? We're not going to say where Andre's from because we don't want to get into that conversation. But how's it going, buddy? I hope things where you are good. I know that's weird, but I hope they're good there for you. Quinn, how's it going, Quinn? Phil, how's it going? Filibuster. Jason Leroy. Hey, Jason, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? 3-2 Habs. Caulfield, first goal. Sandwich. You think Evans will drop the gloves with Scheifele? Doubt it. Evans is 5'11", 185. Scheifele is 6'3", over 200 pounds. I doubt it. But, hey, listen, it's very nice of Scheifele. He's willing to do that. He's willing to fight a smaller guy, 30 pounds heavier than... So he's like 215, 6'3", 215. And yeah, no, it's not happening. If he fights, it'll be like, Pizzetta's not in the game tonight. So Anderson, I don't see who else. They've got a good chance to win tonight, really. I think so, because Winnipeg is on the way down, not on the way up. Montreal's kind of upwardly mobile right now. And yeah, I can see win tonight. I can. Phil says, I say fight Scheifele. There's no winning in this for him. Yeah, but Evans is not going to fight him. I mean, he's pretty much said he's not going to fight Evans. So it's not going to be Evans. If someone fights him, it'll be someone else. Yeah, Andre, I'm sure, even though I don't know you, I'm pretty sure what side you're on it. So that's, I just hope you guys can do something about it. That's all. All right. Phil Evans is third line center, by the way, right now. But Evans has been asked about it. He's not going to fight. Yeah, still, I don't think it's going to happen. Besides, does he need? What if he gets a punch in the head, gets another concussion? He needs that. I don't think so. Fighting a bigger guy like that, no, it doesn't make sense. Happy Nation, how's it going, buddy? Win, win, win. Let's go for 6. Okay, let's get to the preview. Let's get to all the news. I got a bunch of things. Let's see what I got. So I don't know that if I announced this yet or not. I feel like I did, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to announce it again. This is Adam Nicholas. Adam Nicholas is going to be the new skills coach. They're going to announce it this week. Here's the announcement, what they said. They're expected to announce skills coach Adam Nicholas in a player development role, reported by Eric Engels. Nicholas has been working for the Leafs as a skills coach consultant since October 2019 and is the founder of Stride Envy, a player development company. Apparently, his specialty is working on footwork. So the skating and footwork. So that's his specialty. I read that today. Also, I know he's from the Leafs right now, but the tie here is he did this with the Rangers under Gorton. He has a tie with Gorton, and that's why he's jumping ship to a better team in the Montreal Canadiens here. So, yeah. Apparently, of the coaches that do skills coaching like this, from what I can tell, and it was someone put this out there, he's somewhere around the 3rd or 5th best guy. He's up there. He's up at the top. So it's a good thing. Montreal needs this. So they're supposed to announce within a week. Does it say about? It doesn't say anything about that he was with the Rangers. I read that today. The rest we don't need to know from there. So that's Adam Nicholas. Yeah, I don't know a lot about him, but we'll see. I think having him around can only help, right? They've never had a skills coach, which is kind of hard to think that they've never had one. Like Bergevin never had a developmental team at all. Apparently, nothing like that. So this should really be a good thing for all the players that are developing here. That the knock on them is their skating. This guy's going to fix that up. Next up is Phil Kessel. The Coyotes have offered teams Phil Kessel at 50% retained for a third-round pick. Now, I put that in there for fun. A lot, really. If Montreal wasn't in the cellar like that, if we were in a playoff race, at 50% retained salary as a rental, because I think he's a UFA at the end of the year. He might have 1 year left. I'm not sure, but it's doable. But I just thought I'd put it there because I thought it was funny. I'm not the biggest Phil Kessel fan, right? Okay, so in light of all the stuff going on between Russia and Ukraine, so I thought I'd report this. Dynamo Riga of the KHL have left the KHL. So they're out. And also Jokerit, Helsinki, I guess that's a Finnish team, but they also left the KHL. And as a matter of fact, that team, they're dispersing. The players are dispersing amongst other, I guess, Finnish league teams or other teams in other leagues. So that's 2 teams have left the KHL over this. And there's a statement from the NHL here on, I guess here on what they're going to do. So they condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine and all that stuff. And it's about the players. We also remain concerned about the well-being of the players from Russia who play in the NHL on behalf of their NHL clubs and not on behalf of Russia. We understand they and their families are being placed in an extremely difficult position. Now, I know there's this stuff about Ovechkin, and he still has a picture of him and Putin on his Twitter. I'm not going to comment on that, but for a player on our team, Romanov, and I don't know how many Russian players through our system. Remember, they didn't do any of this. It's not Alex Romanov's fault, or should it be? And I hope he doesn't get booed and stuff, but he probably will be just because he's Russian. So, anyways, the NHL, good for them coming out and saying that. The IIHF, International Ice Hockey Federation, they have announced that they are doing a suspension of all Russian and Belarusian national teams and clubs from participation in every age category and in all IIHF competitions or events until further notice. Withdrawal of the 2023 IIHF World Junior Championship hosting rights from Russia as well. So they want the next year's World Junior Championships won't be in Russia. It'll be somewhere else. So, I mean, that's what's going on. Carey Price update. Remember they said they were going to get Carey Price update on Friday? I know I didn't put out on anything. So we were all expecting something. Price might be there and all that. He wasn't. It was just a statement. He's continuing his off-ice workouts, but will not be skating this week here. This cuts we're in now. He's progressing well and feeling better. That was the whole thing. That was the big announcement on Carey Price update. A nothing burger. So, yeah, if anybody was wondering and hadn't seen anything about it, that's what it was about. Just this comment here on the rookie race of the Calder, and it's not Cole Caulfield. I tried to find the list, and then I finally found a list and forgot to take a screenshot, and now I can't find it again. So, Rem Pitlick has moved into the top 10 in the Calder race, which is kind of cool. Now, Caulfield's only 2 points behind him, but Rem Pitlick is tied for, I think he's tied for 8th or 9th in the race, or he's in 10th. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And Cole is tied for 14th right now. If he continues on the pace that he's on, yeah, he's gonna rise up on that list, I would think. So on Joel Edmondson, he's not in the lineup, but he's wearing a red contact jersey in practice. That means he can take contact. So he's almost ready, which is really great. So he's not going to play tonight, but he should play on the trip. They say as long as everything's still good. But he is traveling with the team, and he'll play at some point. I don't know which game, but he's not playing tonight. Yeah, here, this is something very interesting. And I saw a picture that I would have liked to have shown here, and I couldn't find it again. It's Jeff Petrie in his, was it the pregame or the post-practice? I think the post-practice little press conference thing they do with a few players every time. So now the photo I saw on Twitter, I think, shows Jeff Petrie doing one of these things under Dom. And he's sitting there, and he's not. You can tell he ain't happy. And then Jeff Petrie under Marty St. Louis, and it's a ray of sunshine, and it's totally different. So, if you listen to Jeff Petrie's words at his mini presser at practice, yesterday or the day before, without a doubt, the biggest problem with the Habs was the coach. He's a totally different player, not just on the ice, but I mean, just he's happy. He just can't stop smiling. And anyway, says he'd like to play for Marty for a long, long time. Literally, he was asked if he'd like to stay if it's changed, and he said yes, and that he'd like to play for it. So does that mean he's going to stay? No, it doesn't. If they do a rebuild, there's a good chance he moves because of his age and his contract and all that. So, but he's changed about how he feels about staying here. So but you should see that there's a picture. He's doing the comment, and then he's just smiling and he's happy, and it was really, what a difference. So yeah, listen, if anybody's wondering, it's not just the coaching of the coach, but I don't know that dressing room or them coming to work every day was very fun. Because that's what he said. Marty, he's a coach that he says he makes it a joy to come to work every day. Obviously, Dom didn't. Maybe not for everybody was like Petrie, but for Petrie and some others, obviously, they didn't like it. So, Habs prospect Joshua Roy, QMJHL's Player of the Week with 12 points in 3 games. He now has 73 points in 37 games. And I heard a rumor, read something that he'll probably sign his ELC at the end of the Q's season. And lastly, on the new stuff, Habs Organizational Players of the Month. So through the organization in the NHL, Cole Caulfield, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points in the 8 games since with Marty in this month. And remember, the changeover happened on the 9th. Honorable mention was Sam Montembeault. I don't have his exact record, but I know he got a shutout. And he was playing fantastic, even with the wrist injury. In the AHL, Raphael Harvey-Pinard, 5 goals, 4 assists in 13 games in the month. And honorable mention is Kevin Poulin, the goalie, 5-0-1 with I think a 1.63 goals against and a 9.45 save percentage. And I think the AHL's Player of the Week or the month, Kevin Poulin. North American Prospect of the Month, the aforementioned Joshua Roy of the Sherbrooke Phoenix. In 10 games, he had 26 points in February. In 37 games, 1.97 point per game average, and the 73 points. He leads the Q in scoring by 10 points over the next guy. European Prospect, Frederick Dykau, goaltender, played for Denmark at the Olympics. Only played 1 game because I don't think Denmark played a lot. And he had a shutout in his first game back when he returned to Sweden. I think if it's not Primo that's going to make it, Dykau is probably the next best goaltender prospect they have, I think, from what I know. All right, that's the news stuff. Hope I didn't bore you all with that. There's a lot of comments, so we'll go back to that before I get to my preview. How's that? Let me see if I go back to where I was. Oops. Wow. There's a lot. Okay, let's go here. Well, not really. The boys are buzzing. Hey, Slickwell. I took Habs plus 1.5. Should be a close one. I'm rooting for your Habs, Rick. My Habs. Okay, you're not a Habs fan. Listen, at this point, if you can take the Habs as an underdog, go for it because you can win some money, I think. Guru says Scheifele versus Anderson. I would think who's going to fight Scheifele? 6'3", 215. Same weight as Anderson, same height. Anderson makes sense if they're going to do it. My personal opinion is nothing happens that way. I don't expect any kind of anything about that. If Scheifele starts shit, that's different. But I don't think we're going to see that that code thing. I don't think so. Pierre-Luc Pizzetta is not in tonight. He can take a fight because Armia's back and already Perreault was back. So Armia's back in tonight. He takes Pizzetta's spot. Pierre-Luc, that's what I would do. But I mean, if he was in, I would imagine Pizzetta might. But I still don't think anything will happen, even if Pizzetta was in. Sandwich, if LeBrun said we're going for free agents, why did he trade to Foley? Good. I had that piece. I forgot about that. That was here. I wanted to bring that up. So apparently they're going to try to lure a big star or two as part of the roster transformation. I think it just signals that they are probably closer. It won't take as long as we think. And to answer your question, I'm going to get back to that because to answer the question, this is my guess of why they traded to Foley now if they're still looking that they might get a free agent or two. Foot speed. Toffoli was probably the slowest of the forwards. And this team is going to be about speed all around. And I think they felt that Toffoli was expendable because of that. And interestingly, they're going to hire a guy that's what his forte is. But Toffoli's 29. I don't know that he's going to make him a better skater and all that. So I think that's why. I really think that's why. It's not coming from me. I read this, and I think that makes sense to me. Hey, Kelly, awesome. No problem. I will send you back an email when it's on the way and give you a tracking number. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Let's go for 6. Absolutely. Pizzetta would take the fight, but he's not in tonight, so. The Jets are going to want revenge, but they're on a downswing in play. I don't know. Maybe they can't. We'll see what happens. Best news of the day was MB didn't get the job in Chicago. I don't get you. I didn't bet against the Habs. I didn't bet against the Habs. I see there's I didn't get to the dono. I'm sorry, whoever did that, I didn't get to it yet. I see it up on top here, but I don't see the comment yet. Ben, Kessel gets traded for a bag of pucks. I like to say that. Could never be mad at Romy. No, well, but I expect, there's going to be some of that. Andre, I agree, but, there's to some extent, okay, but to take it out on individual players, okay, I can kind of understand teams and stuff like that, but individual players that are already here for a long time playing, what do they got to do with it? Nothing. Besides, most people over there are not for this. This is not something that the population said, yeah, let's go to. They didn't say that. They're totally against it. So anyway, I don't really want to talk about that really that much here. I'm trying to get away from that. Change my thinking right now. Yeah, I like Pitlick too. Rem Pitlick, he's going to be a good one. I hope they keep him. Kelly, you saw that with Jeb? Yeah, you see the difference in him, right? I'm just trying to go through these comments a little bit quick. That's Austin Matthews gave me the dono. Hey, Austin Matthews, you just love to hear me say thank you, Austin Matthews. Thanks, buddy. I'll put you in the draw for the hat next time. So everybody gives a dono, goes in the hat, give Austin Matthews some hype. He just wants to hear me say Austin Matthews hype in the room and some dono hype. But thanks, I appreciate that. Hey, Randy. Randy, yeah, but no, the return obviously was worth it. But I from what I'm reading, it seems to be the consensus is that it's the speed. He's the slowest of the forwards, and they're looking to. I think anyway. Anyway, listen, I'm not an insider. What do I know? What do I know? I don't know why you guys watch me. I don't know nothing. All right, let's get serious here. Okay, let me get to my preview now. Preview time. It's preview time. Yeah, well, in a sec. It's preview time. I have a minute for me too, eh? You think this show is all about you? Jeez, it's about me too. Okay, as I get silly. Why not? Being silly is fun sometimes. All right, so the game today is that one. Montreal Canadiens at Winnipeg Jets. Montreal is 13-33-7 for 33 points. Now they have as many points as they have losses. Regulation losses. Winnipeg is 23-21-9, 55 points and 6th in the Central. By the way, Montreal is last in the Atlantic, not last in the league anymore. And I don't have the bottom 10. I didn't do it, but they're second to last, 1 point ahead of Arizona. How to watch this game? Start time is 8 because they are in Winnipeg, 8 Eastern Standard, 5 p.m. Pacific in Canadiens region, TSN 2 in English, RDS in French, and in the Jets region, TSN 3. Streaming ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, Sportsnet Now, Sports Surge, and NHL 66 also work. Betting lines tonight. Montreal for the spread is plus 1.5, gives you minus 135. Winnipeg minus 1.5 gives you plus 115. The money line, Montreal plus 185 for Winnipeg minus 215. And the over-under is 6. And if you take the over, minus 105, and the under, minus 115. Season series, this is the first game. And then April 11th, getting to the end of the season at that point, they'll be in Montreal to play. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 45.9% for Montreal, 26th. 50% even for the Jets, 17th. Goals per game, 2.28 for Montreal, 31st. 2.91 for the Jets, 17th. Goals against per game, 3.74 for Montreal. That's last in the league. And 2.98 for the Jets. That's 18th. Power play percentage, an ever worsening. And the only thing that's not really responding under Marty St. Louis right now is the power play at 12.3%, 31st in the league. And the Jets have a pretty decent 20.7% for 15th. PK percentage, 74.4% for Montreal, 30th in the league, and 76.6% for the Jets, 23rd, so not much better than Montreal. Head-to-head in the 2021 PS's playoff series. That's it. Montreal 4-0 and the Jets 0-4. Love those numbers. Shots on goal, shots allowed per game. They reverse these. So Montreal 34.2 and for Winnipeg 32.3, and shots on goal per game is 29.4 for Montreal and 32.7 for the Jets. Team stats, only need the face-off. Face-off percentage, 48.2%, 23rd in the league for Montreal, 50.4%, and that's 15th, and that's for Winnipeg. Players to watch, last 5 games. First 3 on the Montreal side are all Cole Caulfield, 8 points, 4 goals, 4 assists, and Nick Suzuki a +7. And on the other side, Kyle Connor are the top 2 for points, 5, and goals, 4. Pionk with 4 assists, and Dylan with a +4. Team leaders, goals, Montreal, Josh Anderson 12, Kyle Connor 32. That's close. Points, Nick Suzuki for Montreal 33, Kyle Connor for the Jets 58. Average ice time, Ben Sherratt, who I was reading all day, any minute now. Ben Sherratt's getting traded any minute now, and it still hasn't happened. 23-21 time on ice. And for the Jets, Josh Morrissey, 23:05. Wins, Sam Montembeault, 5, and Connor Hellebuck, 17. But that goes with 19 losses. Current line, Montreal's on the road, so their away record is 5-16-6. Winnipeg at home 13-10-1. Record versus the spread 24-29-0 for Montreal, 29-25-0 for Winnipeg. Versus over-under 28-24-1 for Montreal, 28-25-1 for the Jets. Versus each other last 3 seasons, 8-4-3 is Montreal's record, and 7-8-0 is Winnipeg. So Montreal's got the better of those 2 records. Last 10 games versus spread, both 6-4-0. And versus over-under, Montreal's 5-5-0, and Jets are 6-4-0. Now we get to the lineups. Montreal's lineup, first 2 lines, unchanged. You got Perreault on the Evans line with Pitlick, and that was last game too. And then on the 4th line, Paling has now Armia on the wing along with Lehkonen. Kulak and Petrie pairing 1, Sherratt and Romanov pairing 2, Clegg and Weidman pairing 3, Montembeault starting. Scratch are Paquette, Sheneman, and Pizzetta. Allen still out lower body, Dvorak upper body, Savard ankle, Drouin wrist, Edmondson back, Carey Price knee, and Paul Byron undisclosed. On the Jets side, Scheifele in between Stastny and Wheeler, Dubois in between Connor and Svechnikov, Lowry in between Kopp and Poganski, Toninato in between Harkins and Vesalainen, Morrissey and DeMello first pair, Dillon and Pionk second pair, Beaulieu and Schmidt third pair, Hellebuck starting, Stanley and Brooks out. They have Adam Brooks now. They picked him up off waivers. Ehlers out with knee injury, Perfetti upper body, and Reichel undisclosed. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have my preview. Let's see what you guys are saying about it now. Austin Matthews again. All right, let's see where we're going here. You can keep giving me money, Austin Matthews, if you want. I appreciate it. It doesn't mean I'm liking you anymore. Well, you, yes, the person that's behind that, but not Austin Matthews. All right. Okay, Austin, thank you. Some more Austin hyperoo and some Dono hype. I appreciate that. Let's get to the other one. And a little more Austin hyperoo and some Dono hype. So he gets 3 entries into the draw. I think Austin Matthews wants to win the next draw. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. NHL 22 doing sick moves and creating new sick move. That's an interesting name. You say you're back, but I've never seen that name before. So who were you formerly? I know as much as the insiders do. Well, no. That's not even close. I'm not saying they know everything or anything like that, but they know a lot more than I do. Me and Austin now, we buddies then. I'm not going to tell you what kind of buddies, but I can't ban you. You want to see? Say something wrong. You're banned in a second. Did you say something wrong down there yet? No. Can't ban. You can't ban me. Guess what? I just did anyway for now. Do I think Pitlick acquisition makes Leckie more expendable in a trade? Yes. Do you think he can be overpaid in a trade bait? You see what we're going to get back? Yeah, I mean, this is the time to trade Leckie, I think. I think we'll do pretty good in a return. Plus 30 money line means Habs going to win? All right. Joshua Roy wanted out of St. John after being taken number 1 overall in the Q draft. There were some concerns about his attitude. Hopefully that is in the past. Having seen him play lots, he's talented. I don't know much about the guy like in that way. So I hope, he's not a head case. Jack, hey, Jack. 4-3 Habs, Evans. It's a lot to do with the coach, yeah. But it's the players on the ice, though. Andrew, thank you, buddy. Some more hype, Andrew hype, and some Dono hype. I appreciate that. Thank you, Andrew. Very, very nice of you. I appreciate that. Where are we going here? Roy has very good puck smarts and a high IQ for the game. He has good size and a good release too. No, not trading Lecky. I don't know about that, Habination. We'll see. You know what? I'm going to tell. This is what I'll say though. The situation with the rebuild and all that's kind of fluid. So I don't know what they're going to do, right? So I don't know. I do think Lecky will go. I really do. I think all of the UFA guys will go, and Lecky has an RFA. You could say, well, they control him for another year, but I still think they're going to trade him. Hey, Renegade Man, if the Habs win tonight, yeah, that sounds good to me. Hurt the Jets even further from making the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Joshua Ross situation. So Rob's got 3-1 Habs. Petery. That's a new player for us now. It's obviously Petrie. Yeah, so it should be a good game tonight. I hope Montreal. Like I really think Montreal's got a seriously good shot at a sixth win. It's after that. I mean, Calgary's going to be tougher. Edmonton playing better right now. Then you got Vancouver. That late game, I don't like those. So we'll see. In my poem, which a lot of people did not watch, and I get it. The first one, no, there was a line the second one was called that. A 5-game streak could turn into 9, and it's true. This 5-game streak could turn into 9. I just doubt they beat all 3 of the next 3 opponents. You know, I think it dies somewhere here on this road trip. But I think they can continue it tonight. Anyway. I did, Andrew. It's out there. It's called. I thought the title would be attractive and attract people to it too. It's called. Hang on, I don't even remember the name of it. I don't remember the freaking name of my own poem. I have it right here. Oh yeah, a bag full of pucks and a Zamboni tire. That's what it's called. It's 2 poems actually, 2 short ones. I'm actually, I've had a few people tell me I should publish my poems, but I don't have enough. So I'm kind of actively going to write a little bit more and see if I, can get up to 50 plus actual pieces before I can think about doing something like that. J-Fed, how's it going? 4-2 Winnipeg, Connor. Jack says, I hope we never lose again. Well, it's not going to happen. What's a good win streak in the NHL? I'll tell you, the 5 or 6, I mean, that's not a bad win streak, but I mean, you can get a 10-game win streak going. It's pretty good. Did someone not get the first score of the game too? Yeah, if you're picking the thing, you got to have the score and the first scorer, or else you don't win. You think YouTube? Oh yeah, don't count on YouTube to give you notifications for everything. They're not good that way. Really, you can't really count on it. It helps when you ring the bell, you'll get most of them, but they're not great about giving notifications to everybody. How long was Hamburglar's win streak? You mean went back in the? It's funny about that. I'm doing that PK Subban video. I'm almost ready to film. Like I'm doing clips and stuff today. So I have a clip of him scoring on Andrew Hammond. So it's really cool. So you'll look for that in the PK video. which I'm hoping will be out tomorrow. But I don't know how long. His win streak's 2 games now. BL has 4-2 Jets. Dubois getting the goal. You get none. So you're on Windows 11 and they give you no notifications. I know Windows 11, my buddy Pat has it now on one of his computers. Yeah, he said it's a little different. It works well and all that, but it's a little different. I like Windows 10. Very user-friendly. I got an update on this new computer. So one of the updates it got, so in my file manager, I do a lot of files, right? I screenshot and this and that. I'm always in there. So I got to move stuff around. You got to hold control and click. You don't have to anymore. Now you put your cursor on it and a little box at the top. You can check it off and you just have to check them all off. And it's much better. So I like that improvement, but I really like Windows 10. Dauphin 42 Habs 4. Okay, wait. 4-2 Habs. Dauphin with the first, Caulfield with the game winner. Some things do not work, and it is quirky. Oh, okay, yeah. He didn't say that. He said it was pretty good, but there's some differences that it's kind of there's an extra click or two to do stuff you can just do with it, like that. So, they say, is it the even windows are good? No, it's supposed to be the odd ones that are good. I think they switched it up here. It was the odd ones were not really great, and the even numbers were good. But here, I think not happening because if I'm correct, Windows 7 was good. Windows 8 not good. I don't remember anything about a Windows 9, and I think that's why Windows 10 is good because it should have been 9. But it's the odd numbers are good and the even numbers are usually not. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Where's Boston Matt? Well, he doesn't do the pregame shows. I don't know if he's going to be here at the other. I didn't really speak to him today. We weren't supposed to do the Jets. We were going to boycott it for the Chicago stuff. And I decided to do it because what else? What am I going to do other than that? How can I not do a game? I think it would be too weird for me to have the game is on and I'm not doing this game. Like, I can't think of that. So, I got to do it. So, anyway, we're doing the game, but I don't know if Matt will be here because I haven't spoken to him, but I kind of think he will be. But Matt doesn't do the pregame shows, so just so you know that. Windows 11, yes, that's it. It hides things that it didn't hide, makes the drop-down lists shorter and stuff like that. That's what I was told. Windows 9 was skipped, and Windows 10 is basically Windows 9. My appointment was non-existent. They called me at 8:30, asking me if I could get there at 10. My appointment was at 1:40. At 8:30, I got to go by bus and everything. There's no way. So I couldn't work out a time that I could get there in time for them. Doctor was going to have to leave early, is what she told me. So I'm going next Tuesday. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So it's on hold now next Tuesday for my appointment. Take a nap and do the late game? I don't know what you mean. I'm doing the late game. I'm doing all the games. The 10:30 game, I'm going to do it. I love punishment. I appreciate that you guys remembered about the ortho and asking about it. That's kind of makes me feel all warm inside. So, yeah, that's really nice of you guys. But, yeah, in a way it's good because we had snow and stuff. It would have been kind of hard for me to do all that today. So when we really couldn't, they couldn't offer me a time that I could make. I said, can we reschedule? And so in a way, I'm kind of happy because today was a shitty day. And next week's supposed to be nicer. Might rain a little bit, but the temperature will be a lot nicer. So I'm kind of happy about that. I don't really have to go, so I'm going to stay a little longer. Dogs fed, all that. And so I'll just go a couple of minutes before 8, and then I'll come back for the game. As a matter of fact, while we're talking, I'll set up my screen for the game so I don't get screwed out of that. Just give me a sec. I'm going to get my Sports Surge working. I like this new computer. It must have a solid state drive because it's really fast changing between things. Even though I'm on camera, my other computer would take forever. Oh, it's got 3 sports nights. Why has it got 3? That's French. I don't want the French one. Why is it split in 3? Hasn't done that in a while. We want the away. They're the away team. Montreal. So, yeah. All right. That quick. There we go. Oh, yeah, baby. We're ready. All right. Where was I? All warm and happy, just like Pete. What a difference in the guy. So, unfortunately, I think they're still got to trade him, but I think Petrie goes only in the offseason. I mean, unless there's a team that really wants him for a cup push and really wants to keep him afterwards, maybe, but I don't know. Because he's not a rental. Lecky's playing on the 4th line. I have never been. It's a woman, by the way, my ortho. I'm assuming her name is, or the name is Dani. Dani is how it's spelled. I just found that out. So I'm assuming is a woman. I've not met her yet, so I can't really do that. And here you need a referral. My doctor had to set that up for me. I didn't set up the appointment. Habby Nation, we'll find out soon enough. Hey, David, how's it going? David Robinson, 3-1 Winnipeg, but you gotta give the score, dude. You know that. Hampus Lindholm. He's a Ducks defenseman, isn't he? Riley Kidney playing in Bathurst is another Habs prospect that is very talented but a little undersized right now. Unfortunately we got a few of those, but there's a lot of small players throughout the league. I think they're not all big, but I think we have not great to be so small. Okay, why is it doing that? Wait a second, I gotta fix this up. I gotta refresh that page because it went out. Okay, don't go out again. Andrew, are you in Montreal? I don't. You know I'm in Montreal, right? Because if you're not in Montreal, I ain't gonna help. But yeah, if you need to go see an ortho or whatever, you got to ask your doctor to make an appointment for you. Oh, that's it. Ran out of. Well, we still got another 5 minutes before I go. Habination, yes. With Jamie Drysdale around, they would trade him or lose him for 0. Oh, true, right. Yeah, but he's making good money. I don't know if you want it's contract too. Hampus Lindholm, I don't think is cheap. David, I said that. You forgot to name score. Suzuki. Cool. Gotcha. Here's Matt. Yeah, Matt's not going to be in. There you go. Let's see what's up tonight. All right. He won't be in tonight. Yeah, but should be in for the next two. So you just got me, guys. You got my shitty play-by-play. I'll do my best. Do my best to have some fun with it anyway. Oh, Lindholm's only that. He's that young? I imagine Lindholm could be a definite, at that age, definitely could be a possibility. $4 million, though, on an expiring contract. So, no, you're looking at, but at that age, I don't know. I guess it's a possibility. I don't know. I do know they're talking about it's going to be an outside the box kind of type of rebuild. And it's not going to be a full rebuild. It'll be a rebuild light or whatever the hell you want to call it. They're doing what they're doing, but, you know. Why do I know the name Hockenpah? What team is that? I know who, like, I know that he's I think a defenseman, but I don't know what team he's on. I've heard the name before anyway. So you would like Hockenpah, but that's not Hockenpahing. That's what you're saying? That name sounds like somebody. His father asked him to do something he didn't want to do. He said, "Oh, Hockenpah, I don't want to do that." I don't know who Kuzmenko is at all. First time, Pierre-Luc, that's the first time I'm hearing that name. So either you're spelling it like wrong, and I've not heard. I don't know who that is. Limits lifted in Ontario. No vax passes in Ontario either, which is happening here in Quebec soon too. So, 19,000 at the Raptors game. The only thing I'll say is Denmark, I think, was one of the first to do this stuff, and their numbers are skyrocketing. So it is what it is, but it seems like the governments now want to just turn the page on COVID. So that's what we're doing. I think at this point, if you haven't figured out how to do things safely for yourself, whatever your needs are, by now, after 2 years, yeah, in general, for some people, they're going to fall through the cracks. I get that. But in general, I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I know how to handle myself. If I'm not sure of a situation, I'll wear a mask and shit like that, So I'm not stressing over any of that, which I think some people think that I probably am, but I'm not. And it is what it is. The numbers will be what they are. And for me, I hope everything's good and we don't have to go back to the other stuff. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll handle that when we get there. Hockenpah, that sounds like a Gudis. I had Gudis just for the hits. I have a hits category. You got to have players to get you those, or you're going to lose those categories. So, yeah. It might be a while for Russian players in the next little while. The new ones, like drafting, they want to get them out of the draft and stuff. But for Russian players that are here and have been here, there's talk of throwing them out and stuff. Like, what did they do? Like, really? Like, I don't think that's fair. So that's what I was talking about earlier. But they're talking about not allowing Russians in the draft for the next little while. It's not fair to those people, but you know what? You got to do something to put pressure on people in Russia to stand up and say, no, we're not accepting this from their president. My opinion, if you're going to get rid of Putin, it's got to be the Russian people who do it. Hockenpah plays with Dallas. That's probably where I saw his name. He's on the Dallas roster. Kelly just looked it up. Thank you, Kelly. Pierre-Luc, who's got 53 points in 45 games? I know you mentioned somebody. but I don't remember who. I'm going to try to scroll and see if I can figure it out. And besides, I'm going to have to take off here in a minute. Oh, there's a lot of people. Kuzmenko. I never heard of the guy. I honestly never have. I let him go, but I was going to pick him up again. It's just that I needed other things and not just hits, so I didn't. But yeah, Gudis, if you're in a pool where you need hits, Gudis gets a lot of hits. Okay, where was I? Ah, there you are. Okay. Hey, Kenny B, how's it going? Can Habs still make playoffs? No. Doubt it. And you know what? They're not mathematically eliminated. So I guess they could. I don't know, but I don't count on it. We just live in different realities. Andre, you're talking about the population and the government there? I saw this clip of one of his top officials or advisor trying to tell him something, standing up he was scared to tell Putin something he didn't want to hear. Guy was literally scared. You could see it. So anyway, that's what that's about. Okay, I'm going to take off here because I only got a few minutes till the next one. So thanks everybody who thanks Austin Matthews. Thanks Andrew. I think that was it, right? Austin with a few and Andrew with one. If I missed somebody, sorry. Thanks for the donos. I really appreciate that. And just thanks everybody for being here. Had a lot of fun. And we'll be back. I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes on the hangout. I just got to go pee and then come back. And I'll be doing that. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe for those couple of minutes. You never know what could happen. And peace out, everybody. See you in a few minutes. Bye, everybody.